So I'm finally gonna do a mukbang challenge. Sobrang daming food, di pa yan complete. But anyways, for you to see me do a mukbang challenge and for a Q&A to start, make sure that you've already subscribed and click on that bell icon so you're always notified whenever I have new videos like this mukbang video. Currently at my South Hall here at S Maison or S Maison French. But we're here to do finally one of your most requested vlogs also, which is a mukbang challenge. It's a mukbang slash Q&A challenge. So yeah, let's head on in. So this is Chef Josh Boutwood. He's actually one of the best chefs here in the Philippines, and this entire concept was created by him. So let's see where we're gonna order. Where do we order first? So we're gonna order from Wicked first because I wanna do things in order kasi OC ako like that. So they say na this one daw is like really authentic, like Taiwanese milk tea. All their ingredients are from Taiwan. So they say daw na Ultimate is their best seller because it has like 3 different things. So may pudding, black jelly, and pearls boba. So Ultimate na lang ordered. Hello! I'll order the boneless for like 6 pieces only. I'll try the teriyaki na lang. Oh my god, my hot pot. Hot pot pala. We're gonna get hot pot also because I am Chinese like that. But this is Korean now, so it's so hot pot. So we will order that, and then we'll order some dim sum and also some noodles because I love noodles, and so I'm asking them to send noodles. That is all. And then we're gonna try the juice bar because apparently this came all the way from Korea. So out of all the stalls here, sila lang actually yung hindi original. Like all the other stalls, you can find them just here in my South Hall. I think it's the most famous juice bar in Korea. And we're gonna try strawberry banana red. Ate said it's one of the best sellers, and we like best sellers. We are just followers, we're not leaders. So Japanese is like my favorite cuisine out of all. So we're gonna get some sushi as well. The name of the restaurant is actually Tabemashu, which means let's eat in Japanese. Alam ko lang yan. It's just no one told me that. No one from the Bistro group told me that. It's just my knowledge. Our orders are finally here. Actually, my orders lang. It's just me. He is also here to be completely transparent, but I will try to finish everything. I will share it. Depends on Kay's performance today because you guys have been in-okay nyo kasi yung tripod skills niya. So, are we ready? We're ready. Okay, so I'm gonna show you first what I ordered. I basically ordered the stone pot na pepper beef rice. Ta-da! And to be completely honest again, since we're very transparent here now, so I am allergic to beef, but I'm willing to risk it because I've never gotten an allergy attack from it. But sinabihan ako ng doctor ko na it's one of my major allergies and it can trigger a life and death allergy, but hindi ko lang talaga matiis. I really have to taste it. And you know, I'm just such a professional vlogger that I'm willing to risk my life for you guys. Dahil sa totoo lang, gusto ko lang talaga siyang matiis. So I really want to eat it. But most of this will go to cases. Mango, also ang init niya. So let's test. So this one is from the Japanese restaurant Tabemashu. And then here we have steamed pork dumplings, which is from Golden Treasures. And then we also ordered this one, the suckling pig, the crispy pork with rice from Roasted. And then we have my drink here, which you guys have already seen me order. So I've got my strawberry banana shake and the Ultimate drink. And then we have some boneless buffalo wings. Gutom na ba kayo? Ako sobrang gutom na. Amoy na amoy ko na siya. But anyways, so I really love that this is boneless because sobrang tamad ko talaga pag may bones. Tsaka hindi ako malinis kumain ng chicken pag may bones. So feeling ko nalulugi ako eh. So I feel like with boneless, it's the way to go. It's for people like me who like eat an entire chicken with bones. And then we have here our salmon taco something. So it's got like crispy nori and everything. I'm so excited about this because salmon is my favorite kind of sushi. And then we have here birthday noodles because it is my birthday. Joke lang. But you know, every day is my birthday. Lalo na kung ganda yung handa. And then we have here truffle pasta. I wish you could smell the truffle. Okay, while we mukbang, we're also gonna be doing a Q&A. Pero, dahan-dahan lang because I think I really have to eat. Di pa po ako nagla-lunch. It's already 2 p.m. I really saved my tummy for this because I know there's so many different stalls here in my South Hall, which is again in S Maison. Oh, French. S Maison. So good. So good. So this is how I eat my dumpling always, with a scoop. And then I suck the soup out and then safely eat it now. Also, nag-order pa rin ako ng plain rice because some things you really have to eat with plain rice. Honestly, gulong-gulo na ako where to start. I don't know where to start. Also, I'm half choking. Okay. This is so good. Because I really love fruit shakes. And sobrang sarap na. Taste mo. Taste mo, taste mo. Sarap, no? Yung face ni Kay gumanon. Let's start our Q&A as I try this truffle pasta. But wait, there's more! Wait lang ulit our Q&A. I have to show you how I do my hot pot sauce. So important. It's just chili oil. Put a little bit of that, a little bit of this. And then let's put some soy sauce. And then, oh yeah, look at that. We need our vegetables, kids. That's still too hot to eat, so let's go for our pasta first. Gulong-gulo na ni. Okay, so let's start with our Q&A. First question, what's your advice for aspiring content creators? Sino agad yung first question? Parang lalim agad. My advice is to always remain true to yourself and to be as authentic as you can be. I know that a lot of people get into content creating because they feel like they want to earn from it. Like they think of it as such like a glamorous type of job for them. They feel like it's an easy thing. But I just wish that you won't get lost in it all. Like you won't get lost in the business side. At the end of the day, you want to remain true and authentic to your followers and to your online community because you owe everything to them. And then number 2, be professional. If you do start to do this as your career or your business, then make sure that you remain professional and at the end of the day, you know that this is a business. So if there are deadlines that you have to meet those deadlines. If there's a content brief that the brands give you, you have to make sure that you're able to follow it, follow through and everything else. Yun lang, be professional and be authentic. Kain muna us. Let's try the buffalo wings. Bone free. This is a winner. Buffalo wings in teriyaki is a winner. Ano ba ginagawa ng tao sa mukbang? Do you just really eat and then you speak as you eat? So may pagkain yung mouth mo while you speak? Eh? No. I've never seen a mukbang video, that's why. Next question. What can you suggest or advise to someone who wants to start a business? Don't do anything half-baked. Make sure that you've already done your research. Ano ba talaga kailangan dun sa business? Make sure that you go into it like not blindly. You know, that you're really prepared. Like you know how much it will cost. You know how much effort it needs. You know what you have to do to expand it. You have a plan for your business. Not just for now, but also for like 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. Hindi yung bahala na. You know, it's a business. So you're still investing a lot in it. Even if it's not a lot of money, you're investing a lot of time, effort. So just make sure you go into it prepared. And to continuously try to improve your skills that is connected to your business. Always try to improve and listen to your customers. Next question is, when do you plan to have kids? To be honest, Johnny and I have been talking about it and we don't think it's happening anytime soon, meaning not this year. We're probably gonna start trying, I don't know, late next year, next year. We still want to do a lot of different things and having a kid is a huge responsibility. It's not just something that you get into. So we really want to be careful and we really want to make sure that we're already prepared before a young Cokoro baby comes out. But if he's a boy and she's a girl, we already have a name. We've already discussed it. I really love hot pots. Such a comfort food for me. And I love all the vegetables that they put in and yung mga tofu, mga squid balls, mushroom balls, they're all my fave. Actually, medyo sawang-sawa na si Yoni sa hot pot because Lorena and I really love hot pot. Paminsan ko na lang pumupilit because he feels like he's already eating a lot of hot pots with me. But it's just so good. Para siyang, you know when you're sick and then you eat arroz caldo or congee. Or you know when you're sick and then you eat, let's say, kare-kare or like, you know, it's that type of feeling that I get from hot pot. You can never go wrong with hot pot. So easy. I'm still trying to convince him not to get a hot pot at home. Just gusto ko bumili ng mga like tabletop stove lang. So we can also do like hot pot nights at home. He does not want. Now let's try the pig. I also hold my chopsticks weird. It's not the right way of holding. But for me, whatever works for you, you know, you do you. Sabi nga na Lizzo, you know? Whatever works for you, girl. And this is what works for me. Ito na, ASMR. I don't know if it worked though. If it did, I'm sorry, I tried. Fun fact, parang di ko na kailangan Q&A, dami ko naman nagsasabi. But fun fact, when I was younger, I didn't like to eat vegetables a lot. Not because of the taste, but because I didn't know how to chew. Lagi ako na-choke. It was always a life and death situation for me whenever vegetables are involved. Now that I'm older and actually learned how to chew, I really love vegetables. And I love cooking them because they're so easy. It's like, you can never go wrong with vegetables. You can never go wrong with vegetables. There is hope for you. I will teach you how to cook vegetables, okay? You can do it. I believe in you. Flavor. Birthday noodles. Birthday noodles. Next question. How much do you earn for vlogging? Grabe naman to. It depends. Sometimes it comes as a package. They get you to vlog and post about them on Instagram. So it really depends. It depends per vlogger basis. I'm not comfortable sharing the price, but it's okay. It's an okay career. Oh, good. Next question. Favorite place you visited? I don't know if it's the place, but the trip itself, the experience. I really loved our South Africa trip to Cape Town, me and Yoni. It was too short though, I wish it was longer, but I really loved it. I also loved our Lapland trip. It was just awesome, all the experiences that we did. And lastly, I also loved Bhutan. So I didn't vlog about that because I wasn't vlogging yet. But Bhutan for me is really, really good because it was such a different experience. The culture is so different and it's not so modern yet. So it feels like you were transported to a different time. Kasi sobrang sarap na sarap lang ako sa experience ko with Bhutan. Like it was really not like any other country that I've been to. Wow. When you're eating Chinese or Asian stuff, you shouldn't be the one going to your bowl. It's the bowl that's supposed to go to you. It makes eating easier also. Oh, good. Next up to try salmon. Parang sarap nito. Tasty, you have to try. You look like it's a bit cooked. It's not super raw. Ayaw mo ng raw? Ayaw mo ng sushi? Sushi is the best thing that happened to this world. Mark my words. My God, Kay, we have to reevaluate your position in my company. So good. So good. Next question. Advice for friends who had a falling out. I feel like the advice would depend on what you want to do afterwards. Like, do you guys want to be friends again? Do you want to go back to how you were before the falling out? Or is it how do you move on from the falling out? Because I feel like if it's the kind of fallout where it happened and you're still okay with the person and you want to be friends again, you want to be back to your close friend status pre-falling out, then you really have to talk things out. Make sure that the two of you have talked everything out. And you and the other person, you have to make sure na nawala nang natira. That you were able to air out all your feelings. Like, you're not hiding anything anymore. You're able to say everything and you're able to tell them, okay, this is what I felt. If you don't, then there will always be the negative feeling and you'll never really be able to heal from it. So then you'll never really be able to go back to how you guys were. But at least if you guys talk it out and really lay everything down, then at least you can move on from it, you can grow from it, and you don't repeat it anymore. And wala nang negative feelings, you know? Because I feel like when you say it out loud, that's one of the first few steps that you have to do in order to move on and to really get over it, you know? But if it's a type of falling out with a friend na ayaw mo na maging friends kayo ulit, or like you just don't want to be close to that person again, then move on, say your piece if you want to say your piece. At least ngayon, alam mo na what to expect from that friend. That's one of the things that I read about before na you only get disappointed with people because of your expectations, you know? But if you manage your expectations and you know how this person is, then you'll never get disappointed. So if you know that this friend isn't giving you the type of friendship that you're giving that person, then at least you know that you shouldn't be expecting anything much from that friend and you'll be able to live your life better kasi hindi ka naman disappoint because you know that that person's never gonna live up to the kind of friendship that you want to have with that person. So move on ka na lang. And invest in other people who you know will give you the same kind of friendship that you give and the type of friendship that you deserve. Wow. Thank you for that wonderful question. Next question. What inspired you to enter the vlogging industry? To be honest, the reason why I didn't do vlogging before was because vlogging was still the thing then. Parang video isn't king yet, and now video is very much king. So I was so happy to be in my vlogging world, and I felt like vlogging isn't as mainstream. Nakakatakot kasi pag medyo mainstream, and I feel like YouTube is more mainstream. So parang mas harsh than yung netizens. And I don't know if I can handle that type of community. So that was one of the first few things that I thought would happen if I go into YouTubing, and that's why it really stopped me. Also, I wasn't so comfortable seeing myself in videos. I guess I wasn't as secure of myself yet, and I haven't accepted my flaws yet at that time. To be honest, I had to really start vlogging because of a brand, and it was part of my contract to do vlogging for them. But I didn't really feel that I wanted to continue it. I was just gonna produce the vlogs for them and then let go of it. But then I realized how much more I can show my true personality to my online community with vlogging. Parang with pictures kasi I'm always like fashion centered or like travel, so it doesn't really show how my true personality is. Like, you know, it can give you guys certain misconceptions na ay, ang taray niya, or like ay, sobrang hard to reach, or like ay, siguro sobrang snob yan, yung ganon. But with vlogging, I'm able to show you guys and I'm able to interact with you guys more, and I feel like vlogging is more personal. So yes, in the beginning I did it for brands because I was required by a certain brand, but I just continued it now kasi I actually enjoy it, and it's actually easier for me to vlog than to post on Instagram or to vlog kasi this one is just basically it's just me, and lahat ng trabaho na kay Joanna kasi siya naman nag-edit. Is Pixie now part of the fam permanently? Yes! Hashtag Free Pixie! I just couldn't let her go, honestly. Parang feeling ko it was such a good coincidence for us to meet her at a time when she was just about to die, you know? She was going to die na that night if we didn't save her. And then Penny also welcomed her so well. She was able to like dive into the family so easily. I just felt like everything was falling into place for us to keep Pixie. And I felt that I couldn't let Pixie go kasi I was so scared that she might take it again as a rejection. So I didn't want it to be another step back from her being fully rehabilitated. And I felt like for her, it was also better for her to just stay with us because she's already starting to trust us and she's showing her sweet side, her true personality. And I didn't want to stop her from fully recovering. And I felt like she'd be able to do that with us, with the Cokoro fam. What fashion item or trend do you regret wearing in the past? I feel like wala ko ni-regret because everyone during that time thought it was good. Like, you know how like butterfly clips, allegedly na magdangal style, like the elephant pants before, everyone thought it was good. So at that time, I felt great. So I feel like I don't want to change any of that. Maybe more than a trend, it's really when I used to buy fashion items na alam ko namang hindi ko style. Like I have this pair of shoes na branded pa siya. I really wanted it. So I was like, it was half size smaller than my true size. And I still bought it. And I never wore it because sobrang sakit niya. It wasn't my size. So I think that's what I learned. And no matter how much you love an item, if it's not your size, wag pilitin. Wag ipilit ang ayaw. How many children do you plan on having? Children na naman. Oh my God, the pressure. Okay, I'm ready. Dati, when I was younger and nowhere near family planning age, I really wanted a big family. Because I've always wanted like a noisy household where everyone's always happy, and when you have get-togethers, ang dami nyo, that type of thing. So I've always wanted a big family. And even when I was younger, I would tell my mom, Mommy, how come we're just 3? I wish I had more brothers and sisters. But then now that I'm at this age, and all my friends, actually all my high school friends, are mostly with kids now. And I've been meeting a lot of moms, and I've been asking them about their pregnancy and their birthing experience. Parang ayoko na ng madami. I used to say I wanted 4 kids, like 2 boys, 2 girls, or maybe all girls, pwede rin. But then when I heard about all these like pregnancy and birthing experiences, parang ang hirap. So now I'm just okay with 2, which is what Yoni wanted, just like 1 boy, 1 girl, or 2 girls. So I really will be so sad if wala akong girl. Kailangan talaga may girls. Arte kong to. I really need a girl to pass my fashion knowledge. Oh, next question. What power words do you tell yourself when you're feeling down? I try to focus on the positive because I feel like it's so natural for us to count the negatives. Like, how come I didn't get this? How come I wasn't able to do that? How come I'm like this? How come I'm like that? Parang it takes extra effort for us to focus on the positive. Like for example, if someone posts a hateful comment about you, you focus on that one person compared to, let's say, the 60 people who said positive things about you. So I'm trying to change my mindset into thinking more positively and to focus on what I have rather than what I don't have. If I were to put them into words, my power words would be thankful, be contented, be satisfied with what you have. Sometimes also I tell myself that you'll also get there, you just have to work through it, be inspired, be motivated, find your inspiration, find your motivation, those types of things. How do you manage your money and Yoni's money now that you're married? There has been no managing. It is still his and hers. So we still have like whatever is mine, whatever is his is his. Prior to getting married, we did say that we wanted to open like a joint account just for like house expenses. We still haven't done that because we've been so busy. But we will be doing that. So I think that's one of our plans. But when it comes to our earnings, then whatever I earn is mine. Whatever he earns is his. So we're very independent in that sense. Parang liit kasi yung bunganga ko. So I sort of choked because it was too big for me. Johnny always makes fun of me because whenever we eat sushi, one bite lang, yung akin nasisira yung sushi because I'm like, doesn't fit. What makes you angry? What makes me angry ba? My biggest pet peeve, which Yoni knows, and I know that my sister watches my vlogs very, very, very intently. So sis, if you don't want to get bashed, then stop watching this or just fast forward. What makes me angry, because my sister used to do this to me all the time, and we used to be in one room before we moved to the south, is that moody kasi ate ko, but I blame it on her hormones. She has PCOS, she has like all those like hormonal, she has no control over them. So whenever she feels like she doesn't want to talk to me, she never answers me, as in nagbibingi-bingian siya. So, pet peeve ko talaga siya ngayon. So, every time, like, for example, for Yoni, and even if he says na, oh, I just didn't hear you, it really becomes a conversation for us because I always tell him na, you know, that's one of my biggest pet peeves if you don't answer me. Kahit si Kay, di ba Kay? Na-experience mo rin yun? If Kay doesn't answer me and I say that, Kay, is this la, and then she nods and I didn't see her, so di ko siya narinig rin because she nodded and I wasn't looking. I'd be like, Kay, didn't you hear me? Like, meron ng agad ready na. I really hate it if people pretend that they don't hear you. I hate. So, it's one of the things that really pisses me off. I usually, kasi I'm not fast when it comes to like, I try to like, if someone does something, then I try my best to like, look at it as a half glass full. So, I'll try to see like, baka naman na to, baka naman ganyan. And then sometimes I'll always like, rephrase everything and try to like, talk to them nicely first. I don't let my emotions get the best of me as much as I can. Like, it's one of the things that I try. But yun talaga, if you don't answer, means kinakausap nila, hindi ko sasagot. How are your parents okay with not marrying Chinese? I see the person who's asking this is Chinese, so you might be going through that. So I'm here to help. Send in your story at 1-800. Just kidding. They weren't okay. They're one of the more traditional Chinese parents. Alala ko pa before I was going into college, like they'd always tell me na, oh, make sure that you don't let anyone else court you. Kailangan Filipino, Chinese, blah, blah, blah. And I understand it. I think I understand it because they really want to try to preserve the culture. I don't think it's about like this race is better, that race is better. Because for me, I count myself as Filipino. You know, I'm a Filipino citizen. I'm Filipino Chinese. And I love everyone. I don't have any issues with marrying someone who's not Filipino Chinese as well, as you can see. So I think with my parents' generation, it's really more about parang they're so scared that the culture is not gonna get preserved. That's why they try to impose these things. So with my parents, they're really very strict. But they did tell me na they've already known from before pa na I'm not the type to be in a Filipino-Chinese relationship. Parang na-feel na raw nila sa akin yun na it's not in my personality. So I think they were kind of expecting it already, but I think they weren't expecting it to be a foreigner. So what I did lang was I told them na yun nga, someone's coming to visit us, someone's coming to introduce himself to you, and it wasn't received well, especially by my mom. She didn't like it. But then eventually when they met Yoni is so presentable, you know, he's not this weird, druggy looking kind of guy. So I think that helped. I just always told my parents stories about Yoni, like really built him up. So with Yoni naman, I'd always coach him na, okay, my mom expects you to do this. Kailangan mong buhatin yung buhat niya. Kailangan you always serve her, lalala. So I always try to make it easier on both sides so that they see the good sides of both sides. I guess you just have to really be open and try to take it slowly, like one step at a time. I feel like I just really had to ease my parents' nerves, like just to see na, okay, this guy isn't bad. Like he doesn't have to be Filipino Chinese. It's just about that. So that's it. If you're having difficulty with your parents, I think you just have to be more open and to take it slowly. Hopefully they'll understand. With us, it was really slow. Dahan-dahan talaga. I didn't push it. But I also never like refrained from talking about Yoni. I always included Yoni in the conversation so that they would feel like they're getting to know Yoni as well. Do you of dressing up tricks for the flat-chested people like us. Well, dati talaga, I felt so insecure when it comes to showing my cleavage or my boobs. But then I met all these great women who'd always be like, ano ka ba? You should be so happy with how flat your chest is. Because then you can wear anything you want to wear. And I always thought na parang if I wear anything too low and then flat naman siya, parang what's the point? Like, I feel like it's so ugly to look at. But then all these women made me realize na, you know what? It's so good. Like, everyone wants to have like smaller boobs so that they can wear like lower stuff. And I think that's what makes it easier pa nga since you're flat-chested. You don't have to be so careful with what you're wearing because honestly, you're one of the easier body types to dress. You can really pull off anything. It's so easy. Look at all your supermodel friends. They're all also kind of flat. So it's really just about being comfortable about it. It's just your own insecurities that's stopping you. That's also what stopped me. Do you believe on second chances? Especially when it comes to a cheating boyfriend? No. Cheating. Sabi na ni Ako, I don't. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Sorry. For me talaga, no. Even if you say na hindi siya cheater, how about you? Are you okay? Can you actually really trust this person 100%? Because if he's just gonna turn you into a woman that you didn't want to become, like into this crazy paranoid girl who's always thinking that her boyfriend is cheating on her, then it's also not good for you, right? Who wants to be that stressed out? So even if you say na your boyfriend's not gonna cheat on you na, pero ikaw mismo hindi mo ma-accept yun, and you'd always have that doubt, and you always will have that trust issue with your boyfriend, then it's not gonna be good for you. So, bye-bye. Bye na. Do what's good for you. But again, I believe na once a cheater, always a cheater. So, I don't think. Are you still operating Coexist? No more. If you guys are new, Coexist is my fashion line and I used to do mga couture, like made to order. It used to be an RTW online, but then it became made to order and like more of gowns, weddings and stuff like that. No, now we closed it earlier this year, no? Like December, January. Because I just had too many things on my plate and although it's my first love, I felt like it wasn't worth the stress. It was just causing a lot of stress for me, so that's why we had to say goodbye to Coexist. How do you know which kind of outfit suits you? I'm always baduy kasi. Honestly, you just really have to try. Try and try until you succeed. Don't be scared to experiment. I mean, even with me before, I would think, oh, this would probably look good on me. Pero when I actually wear it out, parang ay, hindi nga. So I'll just change it. So, you know, you eventually learn from that. So now, I know what styles will look good on me and I know what styles won't. But to be honest, parang all naman look good. Joke lang. Ang yabang. Joke lang, oh. Anyways, do you want a collab with a local brand? If yes, which brand? In what category ang dami? I'd probably want a fashion collab or a makeup brand collab because these are things that I'm passionate about but I just don't want to do my own brand anymore because honestly Coexist was just so stressful. So I would want to have like a fashion line collab locally. I don't know with what brand though, like with what brand specifically, but I would love to have a fashion collab or a beauty collab or a pimple patch collab, you know? Why are you not watching any fashion weeks like New York Fashion Week or Paris Fashion Week? Walang kasama si Lorene. May kasama naman si Lorene. But actually to be honest, when Lorene and I started fashion vlogging, it was one of our dreams. Like dati pa 2011. And I remember I'd get all these invites from before. Like I'd always get it and then I didn't know that you're supposed to be spending it for yourself. I thought all these like brands would fly you in. So this was all before like 2011, 2012 pa. So I was so naive. I didn't know that you're supposed to like go there and do it yourself and stuff like that. And then it just like, I just kept not doing it each and every year that I felt like, oh my god, baka it's too late na for me to go. Parang I'm not in my prime anymore. I'm no longer in my peak fashion vlogging. But I will eventually try it. I won't say when, but I will try it. Also, it's hugely because of my friends who's been pushing me. Lorene is part of that. Lorene has been pushing me the most. She's been pushing me probably 2 years ago pa. I've been pushing her. I think she just started 2 years ago and I was the one who was pushing her also and telling her, oh, you can do it. Why are you scared? And now that she's actually doing it, she's also the one pushing me and telling me that, oh my god, you should do it. La, la. So yeah, she's one of the people who's been convincing me to do it. So I hope to go back to my OG fashion vlogging roots and hopefully it's gonna be soon. And I can't wait. I'm so excited. Actually, I know I'm not gonna be front row. I don't need to be front row. I just want to experience it and see it, everything. Like, it's fashion really is my passion. So, I'm excited. Kay is also excited. She's smiling behind the camera. Who's taking care of Pepper? Ang nagtanong nito hindi nanonood ng vlog. Anyway, Pepper is back in my parents' house because Johnny is too allergic to Pepper and that's okay. And also, I think it's best for Pepper because she really doesn't like other dogs. She really doesn't like. So, she'll only get stressed out with Penny and Pixie. Hi, Ate Cams. I just want to ask a tip for a starting career woman like me on how to invest and save money. I'm a panganay and I sometimes get guilty to spend on myself. I think you shouldn't be guilty on spending on yourself because then you will feel like a force, you know? You're just working and you're not getting the fruits of your labor. So, but in order for you to invest and save, then I feel like you should set a percentage. Parang, okay, every time I get my salary, this much. This is what I'm gonna save and not touch, you know? You can have like a percentage for emergencies, a percentage for mga investment, and then put like a little bit of your salary to yourself. Like, okay, this is the amount that I can spend with for myself. So let's say 10% of your salary each month goes to yourself. That's for your own savings, for your own guilty pleasures. You really need to also spend on yourself, you know? You can't just keep working, and then you'll get burnt out so easily. Especially if you don't feel the fruits of your labor. Any advice for people like us, newly college graduates, on how to deal with new work envy? Like, you mean envious of your other friends who has work, or envious of, okay, kapag nag-send it, okay, bakit ako niya? I think just believe that whatever is for you is going to happen. It's gonna be for you. Like any other job, if it's like a modeling gig, or like for us, like a blogging gig, or like an endorsement, and if we didn't get it, someone else got it. It just means that it's not for you and something else is gonna be for you. So yeah, you just have to know and be patient and know that, okay, something else is gonna happen for me. And use it as motivation for yourself to actually go for the work that you want to do. Believe that it'll happen for you. How do you even stay positive despite all the everyday changes? Honestly, it's not easy. I'm not always positive 100%. I think I am more positive than other people, but I also have days when I just feel really, really negative. It really helps if you talk about it with someone, with a loved one who you know would understand you. So number one, it helps if you talk it out. Number two, try to evaluate with yourself, like, what's causing this negative feeling? What is it? So then you can make changes. Number three is just to really recondition your mind. Your mind is very powerful. So if you're able to control your mind and to condition your mindset, then it's going to be so much easier for you to be positive. And also, in an easier sense, I feel like you have to get your butt out of the house. I feel like when you're stuck at home and you're not doing anything and you're not productive, it's just gonna keep making you feel more and more negative. But if you're out of the house and you feel productive, that's actually gonna make you feel super duper positive. And I know it's so much harder when you're depressed, because when you're depressed, you feel like you don't want to do anything. But if you just go through that hurdle, like you just push your butt out of the house, that's the first big step, and then everything will follow through, and you're able to be more productive with your time. It's really gonna help you. Because I feel like if you're more active, you become more positive as well. Which year is the best and worst for you? Honestly, wala. I don't know which one's the best and worst for me. Maybe this year is my best because I just got married and it's our first time living together, and it's my first time to truly feel freedom. Maybe this year is the best. I don't know about the worst though, because I'm positive I don't dwell on the worst. Are you pregnant, Madam Cam? No, only with food belly. Actually, I came here with like a really loose skirt. I was showing them that I could even put my skirt all the way up to my boobs, but it's already getting really big. How do you keep oily face at bay? Honestly, you just have to find the right foundation for you, the right setting powder, the right primer, and the right setting spray. You know naman, ganun nakasimple. And also skincare. You have to find the right skincare for you. Currently, I'm not using as much serums as I've been using before because of the skin problem that I told you guys about. And I found na mas hindi ako nag-oily na. Like, di ba, okay, pansin mo, hindi ba ako oily, no? Kanina pa to, di pa ako nag-oil blot. If this was before, if this was like, let's say, 3 months ago, I'd be oily as F, as in, pwede ka na mag-fry ng french fries. Do you still have dreams that you want to achieve, or dreams that you want to happen? Yeah, so much. So much still. As a couple, like, I dream of building our dream house. That's really just Yoni and my money, like, just us and without help from anyone. I also dream of having a beautiful family because I really do see myself as having kids. I also dream myself of having like a really successful business that's a household name, or at least man lang like highly raved about. I still have so many dreams. I also dream of being able to travel without having to worry about financials and money. To be that free, you know, to be financially free. Yeah, I think. In short, I just want to be a billionaire. Joke lang. Next. How did your friendship with the trio survive a decade? Love you three since 2010. Oh my god, that's the birth of the trio. It means you've been there since our birth. How did it survive? Not without any issues, for sure. We've had our problems here and there, but nothing too serious. I think it's just that we've learned each other's ways and we know each other through thick and thin. We are already past judgment, sabi nga ni Lorene. She said this in real life. She said na past judgment na 6 months na tayo kakilala. So we have past judgment. We know each other so well. And I guess it's that we know each other so well. So we know how to forgive and we know what to expect from each other. And that's how we survived it. And we really do cheer each other on. So that's how we survived. Hi, can you post more genuine content? Not staged photos of you and your husband, just realness. I don't know if you actually do follow me on Instagram or you just want to be nitpicky. Parang medyo pailalim yung pagka-negative mo, which I really don't appreciate. But if you do look at my Instagram and if you do look at my Insta stories, there are a lot of those that are very spontaneous and very real. And we also have a lot of mga candidly taken photos on my feed, right? Okay, like I post a lot of that as well. Of course, if it's branded content, then you can't really expect it to be a genuine photo. I mean, it's branded content. So of course, there was a brief, there was an angle for that. So I hope that you do appreciate the real photos that we've been posting, or maybe you're just really nega and even if it's a real photo, you feel like it's staged. So I can't help you with that. I mean, if you're really negative, problema mo na yun. Savage. So, pardon me, I'm just really curious if your nose is real. Is that a bad question? Sorry, it's too private. Actually, a lot of people have been telling me that some people think my nose is not real. Guys, kung magpapagawa ko ng ilong, may pera naman ako, so kaya ko naman siya magpagawa ng maayos. Sana ginawa ko na siyang perfect. Hindi pa rin siya perfect, as you can see. Also, it's still really, really soft, so hindi ko pa siya napagawa. Doc Bello has not convinced me yet. If a relationship becomes toxic, will it be healthy again, or will it become more and more toxic? Feeling ko, I mean, if you say if it's toxic, then it really means it's not just bad, right? It's toxic. So, I feel like you shouldn't even be waiting to see if it's gonna become even more toxic or not, because it's already toxic, so why stay? If it's a toxic relationship, it's not doing you well, then you really have to walk away from it. Walk away from anything that's not doing you good and making you feel good. It's not worth the effort. It's not supposed to be that hard. Relationships should take work, but not that much work. For you to be trying to save something that's already toxic. It shouldn't even be toxic. It just means that you really are not right for each other. I feel like sometimes it's not even that one of you is bad. It's just really you are not a good fit with each other. Some people just really bring out the worst in each other. So, yeah, walk away. Walk away, man. What is your favorite memory about Yoni? Or your most unforgettable moment with Yoni? I think it would have to be the Cokoro wedding. I still remember how he looked at me while I walked down the aisle. And I think that's the most unforgettable memory. Like, me seeing him at the end of the aisle and him seeing me, it's just, I can't believe it's happening. You know, I couldn't believe that we're finally here, we're getting married, we did it. That's my most unforgettable memory of Yoni. I really saved this for last because ayokong mabusog before I finish everything. We did quite well. This one I'll still eat, but we did quite well, folks. We did well. That's it for our mukbang / Q&A here at My South Hall. So again, My South Hall is here at S Maison in Conrad, and it is a truly unique concept and it's truly Filipino. It's only found here at My South Hall. All the concepts, all the different stalls, except for the juicy. So this one's from Korea, but everything else you'll find here. And yeah, I hope that you guys like this video. Give me a thumbs up and make sure to leave me a comment below. I'm so sorry we weren't able to answer all the questions. To be honest, it's because low bat na po yung camera namin. So bye everyone, see you on my next vlog.